I also come from a family of famous musicians.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
great grandfather is a man by the name of Willie Dixon. He's
yeah,
a Grammy award winning singer songwriter, has written over 1,000 songs. And if you've seen the movie Cadillac Records,
yeah,
Cedric the Entertainer plays my great
yeah,
grandfather in the
yeah.
movie.
Which is
And he's
crazy.
most noticeably known for Led Zeppelin stealing his music and him suing him for $2 million back in the 60s.
Did he
Oh,
win?
for real? Did he win?
Yeah.
Oh, he won.
He's cold. He's cold.
So you
Legend.
said you sung in high school. I want you
Sung
to,
his whole life.
yeah, your whole life.
He sung his
Yeah,
whole life.
yeah, yeah. Put some respect on that.
And let me ask you a question. So let me ask you this. You said, what was your mentor's name?
Bo James.
How did he become your mentor, and what does he mean to you?
So I heard through a guy named Bossy that there was doing these like once a week meetings where you get to perform in front of judges called Stale, Starving Artists Let's Eat. And so I decided to go out there because, I was trying to pursue my craft of music. I completely didn't state that I was signed to an agency for acting and modeling at the particular time. So I was getting some income doing that, just doing shoots, but I really wanted music to be my focus. And so I ended up doing Stale and performing, and I realized like that's the space that I wanted to be, getting those critiques from people who seem to have that game, not only just in the game of like music, but stage performance, music business. I think that a lot of artists, we don't really think from the broader perspective
Yeah,
of
yeah,
music business,
yeah.
marketing, and really leveraging your community and how
Hmm.
to engage your community properly. And then lastly, sponsorships, endorsements,
Yeah,
Yeah.
registering yourself as an LLC, get into the bag that way, how to collaborate and leverage on that, and getting that stuff paid for. Like Bo pretty much put me on game to all of those things,
right,
and then he put me in rooms with people who have more game than he did.
right,
And
right.
I studied to be an ISRC manager and GS1 certified in metadata, and so I can go in and look at the digital side of music
Oh,
and really
okay.
learn where the bag is and if you're missing out on a bag. And that was
Yeah.
really important for me developing my own game
Yeah,
as an artist and being valuable in any room. So
right, right.
Bo is insurmountable when it comes to that because he was hands on and mentoring me and just putting me in those positions. And then me just being young and hungry, coming from that athletic background, just once you put me in that space, I want to succeed at the highest level. And I started, finding new mentors and new people. I probably have like 9 or 10 different mentors
Oh
that
yeah.
all specialize in different areas from marketing, social media marketing, entertainment, metadata, music business,
Hmm.
and mental health. As a young black man,
Yeah,
mental
Yeah.
health is extremely important
man,
because
it
we go through a
is.
lot of struggles. So,
It definitely is,
Because
bro.
you're also a mental health advocate too, right?
yes,
I seen an
100%.
interview earlier and I heard you mention that. So can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yes, so I work with Hip Hope, the
Yeah,
nonprofit, as a mental health advocate working with the youth. I also am ChildNet certified and work with kids as well.
right, right.
Yeah.
My mom running the daycare, I worked with her for like 8 years, being in that, and I didn't really realize the importance of being a black male in those particular spaces. A lot of those kids not having a black role model,
Yeah,
a black
yeah,
male role model, and them looking these kids, they're 1 to 5, 7, 8, and being that the first black man that they interact with and and engage with, like that's a big responsibility. You know what I'm
right,
Yeah.
saying?
right,
And
right.
so,
Yeah, it is.
seeing what a bad household can do to a child, and mostly this their growth and development. I don't know if you guys experience this or watch this, but when you watch a child who's in an environment where their parents don't teach them the ability of being able to move forward when
Hmm.
things are rough, they create this like fear based mindset, and
Definitely. Definitely.
you know that as athletes, if you
Yeah,
have fear associated with anything that you do,
yeah,
you're not gonna try new things.
Yeah, if I miss a three, I know I'm gonna get out. If I miss a three, I'm not gonna shoot that three. But I can
exactly,
hit the three.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, and that's a lot of kids. We develop the anxiety, depression, the instability, the lack of sense of self from those early ages of our parents not giving us that security that failure is okay, that we can fall down, and still get up on our own,
Yeah.
and then keep trying it again until you get it. And I see that in a lot of our children, and we need those. Honestly, I feel like it's the black fathers, the
Yeah.
fathers just in general,
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
teach that standard because that's how we grew up and that's how we were
Yeah.
raised. And
See,
so,
Yeah.
Let me not be stereotypical, but I feel like a lot of us, we grow up with our moms, and whether we have our dads in our life, he's in or out, we're in prison or not, and then our mom is angry because she's doing all this and all that. So when you do something, she don't got time to be patient with you. She's, why did you do this? Why did you do that? But the father's in his life, no, son, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. You know, it's a big difference.
See, it's different for me because I grew up with my pops.
Yeah.
So it's different. I ain't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my mom, but like such as like being with her every day, that was my dad. You know, so I grew up with my pops.
You got the opposite side.
So I understand where you're coming from. We all need that. For sure. As young black men, for sure.
And that just the community.
Yo, for sure.
The whole community.
Yeah, the whole as a overall.
So let me ask you this: was it like extra pressure knowing who your grandfather was? Did you put internal pressure on yourself? Did anybody put pressure on you, or like, is that why you feel like is music just in your blood? Is that why it happened?
I don't think pressure was the thing. My mom, I didn't learn about that side of my family until I was 14 or 15. I really felt like out of place.
Really?
You know, growing up, like
Yeah.
I knew that I had these passions, but I didn't know necessarily where it stemmed from. I mean, my mom went to Curia, the School of the Arts, but and she sang and played the drums, and my dad did too. My dad was a musician and a bishop.
Okay,
For me, I didn't know like the history more so on my mom's side of like that music was so prevalent in their lives. So really, when I got to that age and finding out, I was really encouraged to pursue it.
Right.
But if I'm gonna pursue it, I got to be the best.
Yeah.
Right.
And best is relative. The best, my best self.
Right.
I'm not in no competition with no man.
Right.
I'm in competition with myself.